Alright, in this video I will be talking about Chapter 3 Content Mastery video. So these are my notes that I'll be reading off of. And so that will help me discuss with this video. And then I will be reading off of my computer the questions that I'm supposed to be answering. Alright, so first I'm going to talk about the first question, and that is, discuss the planning function. Include in your discussion the long and short-term aspects of the planning function. So first I'm going to give you the definition of the planning function, and the planning function is the process of deciding what needs to be done by whom and when. So in a supervisory vision of it, you analyze the situation that is happening with your team or the organization so that you can plan around those, and then you forecast the events, so you figure out what events that you have to plan around to help this plan be established. And then you establish the objectives, so you figure out what things are happening in the organization or with your team, and then you also set priorities. So with the plan, whatever priorities that need to be set to help this plan to move on forward, you put those priorities at number 1. And then you decide which actions are needed to achieve those objectives. So by figuring out this is when you analyze all of the problems in your team or the organization, it helps figure out what needs to be done with these objectives to be completed to meet the goal of your plan. And then also I am supposed to discuss the long-term and short-term aspects of the planning function. Okay, so there are two planning functions, two aspects in the planning function, and that is single-use plan and standing plan. So the standing plan is, the standing plan is when you have a long-term plan set for your organization, and a single-use plan is something that you use one time for the organization. And standing plans, I will give you the book definition, and that is policies, procedures, methods, and rules that can be applied to reoccurring situations, typically known as policies, procedures, methods, and rules. So with the standing plan, it's a plan that is set to use occurring multiple times in the organization, right now and in the long run. It's just to be a reliable plan for the organization. And a single-use plan is plans to accomplish a specific objective to cover a designated period. Wow. And the supervisor's role is one of providing thoughts and suggestions. So in the supervisor perspective, a single-use plan is where the supervisor has to figure out the specific problem that's happening in the organization or their team, and only use that plan for that specific problem, and it helps the organization just overcome that specific issue, and it's something that doesn't need to be used on in the future. And then next, I'm going to explain my take on management by objectives, what is the concept, and how it is beneficial for supervisors. So first I'm going to give the definition of management by objectives. What the heck? Where'd it go? Aha. Okay, so so the definition of the concept of management by objectives is a process in which the supervisor and employee jointly set the employee's objectives, and the employee receives rewards upon achieving those objectives. So my take on management by objectives is it helps the organization complete certain goals, and it helps give each employee or the supervisor certain tasks to complete at the end of the day or at the end of a certain period of time, things like that. And the effect of the MBO system is it can put inputs or resources in activities and processes, and it gives results. So it is very important to have in an organization, and the reason why it is beneficial for your supervisors, because it can help your employees and yourself get involved with a certain thing that needs to be done with the certain objective, and it creates better results in the organization or their team in general. So it can help their business be better because you are focusing on certain things. The supervisor is giving certain tasks to their employees or themselves so they can complete goals that need to be done in the organization. And then it is also beneficial for supervisors because it can keep everybody in track and online of what they're supposed to do or on task, and they can be responsible for everything that's going on, and it helps them stay organized with everybody so that it can help achieve whatever objective that they are trying to complete. And then next, I'm supposed to discuss some of the concepts that a supervisor can utilize in their efforts to improve quality and performance in operations and their people. So there are a lot of concepts that a supervisor can utilize in their efforts to improve quality and performance, and that is to form plans. So forming plans will help keep your so first I'll start off with communication. The concept of having this as a supervisor, it helps keep their team involved with whatever is going on, and when they're forming a plan, they help communicate with this plan, and it keeps everybody on the same page. And also another thing is being able to keep your emotions under control, and being able to be a bigger thinker of what is going on in the organization, and being able to utilize their efforts and improve quality and performance is they focus on their people, they focus on everybody's goals, and they can help celebrate certain rewards that they accomplish in their organization or whatever goals that they have completed. They also have to be fair to everybody, so they can give this, they are very fair to each of their teammate or employee of what is going on, and it just helps the organization of their employees just work better and perform better. And being able to understand the concerns of their employees of what they are going through, and just have a good positive attitude between each and every person. This helps create a good working environment, and it helps perform your employees to work better. And yeah, that's about everything that I have to talk about in this video. So